My overall impressions of the project have been very good. The teachers seem very engaged and the pupils seem very engaged and certainly colourful, and yeah, there's a lot of kids reading a lot of books. From the evaluation standpoint, the results that we've got have been very positive. We've struggled to collect the kind of quantitative data that would be required to say anything really concrete. But what we have collected has been very good. In terms of the impact on literacy, our problem has been that the way in which the tests on literacy are standardised. So the results we get is all over the place. But we have some good examples, some good first-hand accounts of the sort of impact that it's having on child literacy. The big positive result we've got is through the children's reading habits, which seems to have dramatically improved. They're reading at home a lot more, they're reading self-directed a lot more, and that's really positive, because we should remember that improving reading habits is an end in and of itself. Improving reading habits is a one step to literacy, but it also is an important step for furthering your education or lifelong education for entering into secondary school education and beyond. Children need to be able to read something and take information from it if they're able to teach themselves. And that process of being able to teach yourself is as important as being able to understand what the words mean. We certainly had teachers that told us that 3 or 4 years ago teaching was very slow because children weren't able to read the textbooks for themselves and therefore learn for themselves. And now they're beginning to do that, and that's an important habit. The principal recommendations come out of this. It really is that the project needs to continue. Neither the schools nor their communities can afford to upkeep the library. The possible funds that could be directed towards the library from the school budget are in the tens of dollars a year. That's it, tens of dollars per year. And the communities are already hard pressed with informal education fees. The directors that we spoke to have promised to and are committed to continuing the library project. But without extra funding, the libraries will simply deteriorate to the point where in 5 or 6 years' time it won't really have mattered that we ever intervened in the first place. Some of the schools are talking about trying to find other sources of funding, but all that would be a replacement for PKO. What I would suggest, and certainly what the results from what we have looked at would suggest, and what all the teachers and all the directors and all the librarians are asking us to do, is to find a way to maintain the project for another 3 or 4 years. Perhaps within that space, the times would have changed enough that we can then really start to think about the sustainability of this project.